I'm with Paul and Scott from Vic Young, a company which I hadn't heard of because they're from the northeast and they're a couple of canny lads. But one from Newcastle, by the way, and one from Sunderland. I'm surprised to see them standing next to each other and not knocking lumps out of each other. Fellas, you've got a Nissan ENV200 here, an electric van.
Yep.
But it's not quite standard, is it?
No, it's not standard at all. It's the first of its kind that Vic Young has adapted for wheelchair access. So it'll do 125 mile on one charge. You can charge it up on the rapid charger there, so it's fully charged in about half an hour. It costs only between 2p and 5p per mile to charge it, so the savings are phenomenal, really.
But it's got to cost a bomb if you've done all this sort of bespoke work at the back.
Compared with the diesel version, if you take it like over a 3-year contract here, you're saving somewhere in the region of £20,000.
Wow. So, now, why has Vic Young done this? Because you guys have been around, you've been a dealer for a while, and you've been different vehicles you can adapt. Why have you bothered to do an electric vehicle as a mobility vehicle?
Just because obviously electric cars, I mean, it's going to happen where every other person's got an electric car or gets an electric vehicle like this, and it's the cost savings, really, the cost savings. But Vic, as well as being a well-established garage in the northeast of England, has got his own Northern Truck Bodies, which does conversions on all types of NHS and vehicles where we'll do any type of conversion. But I think Vic's just seen the market for the wheelchair access, where so taxis, care, associations. And yesterday when we were upstairs there doing the exhibition, we've got a lot of local authorities, a lot of contacts where they just see the potential, because they tick all the boxes. And of course there's no emissions, so it's a no-brainer really. When I look at the cost, it's a great automatic van to drive, very smooth, very quiet, very reliable. And it's something like £350 cheaper to service a vehicle than a diesel.
See, it's a funny thing, when I talk to people about electric vehicles, they always say, well, it's a no-brainer really, but we're not selling that many. Why do you think that is, Scott?
I think people are frightened about the range. I think that's the biggest issue, the range of around about 100 mile, but I think there's only 2% people in the country who do more than 100 mile a day. So really, for your average travelling, 100 mile is enough. So I think that is the biggest issue. It's just getting people out of the fear factor of they'll not brake, they'll not stop, and there is more charge points becoming available, and you can go from the north to the south on the rapid charges because the councils are getting them put in place.
And the reality is, if the worst comes to the worst, you can just plug it into a 13 amp socket, I guess it.
The thing is, as well, there's an initiative coming out where there's 12 cities in the frame to be shortlisted down to 4 who are going to receive 20 million per city to put Bristol being one of them, to put charging points, 20 million pounds worth of charging points. So it's going to, there's a whole network of charging points already, but they're going to be on every street corner really, I mean, any major shopping centre, city centre, motorway services you can plug in, and it's not a problem to get plugged in and charged. And in terms of there was a little bit of a fear factor, well, what about the batteries? But they've got a 5-year warranty, the 5-year warranty, and the batteries are tested over something like 50,000 hours. They're the best, the industry finest batteries that are in these vehicles. So it's a, the car's got many components.
Vic himself, with these on the hire, is warranting the batteries up to 150,000 miles 5-year. So,
and that's better than you would get from a petrol or diesel engine, so that's fantastic. Guys, it's brilliant talking to you. That's a really important piece of kit, because those who have got challenges with mobility need to get out. They need to be able to go and play their full part in society, and what you're doing is really helping. So well done.
Brilliant, thank you.
Say thanks to Vic for me.
Will do. He was here yesterday. He's if you're ever passing the northeast, come in and see where.
Well, I'm from Scotland, so I can sniff out a cup of tea. I'll come and find you.
It could have been worse. You could have been from Sunderland.
Never. Lovely to talk to you guys. Thanks very much indeed. Thank you. Cheers, Scott. Well done.